crafty friends. It's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. How are you guys all doing today? All right, well, as you guys start popping on, make sure that you let me know you're here, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching a replay, type #replay, let me know that you've watched. Okay, I see you guys starting to pop on. Welcome, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate that. All right. Make sure as you're popping on that you say hello, you guys. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. I see you guys starting to come in. Hello, Ginger. Welcome, my friend. Hello, Patty. Welcome, you guys. I appreciate you guys coming in. And Juanita, welcome, my friend. Cheryl. Debbie from Blissful Crafts and Designs. And Patty, thank you so much for sprinkling, my friend. Hello, Stephanie from the Vintage Pebble. And Danny, you guys, thank you so much for coming. And Donnie, oh my goodness, you guys. Hello, Tracy. I did not know I was going live this morning. I thought it was scheduled for tomorrow, and I luckily picked up my phone to look at something, and the first thing I see on my screen is you're scheduled for a live at whatever time it is, 11:30, and I was like, oh my word, you guys. I had nothing planned. Hello, Delma and Lizette and Chicken Pickens and Teresa from Arkansas. So you guys, literally, I planned this in 5 minutes. I will not lie. I had no makeup on. My hair was not done. Nothing. Hello, Carrie and Trina. You guys, so I quickly ran around the craft room thinking, oh my word, what am I going to do? I have 5 minutes. Let me show you the reason why I am so out of sorts and not really sure what is going on in my world. I flew my daughter and my grandbaby in to for Christmas. So I have a new grandbaby that was born in May, and my parents have not seen or met him yet. Hello, Donna. Hello, Patty. I can see you, Stephanie. I can see you. And so yesterday we went down to Orange County where my parents live and surprised my parents. And I cannot wait to show you guys the video. I got permission to share it. But so I'm just completely out of sorts because I have my daughter and my grandbaby here. Anyway, you guys, I ran around and I found this. Hello, Stephanie. This is, hello, okay, so this is just a snow globe that I got at Dollar Tree, and we're going to give it a quick makeover, you guys. All right, yes, Stephanie, I can definitely see you, girl. Calm, Monique. All right, we're going to cover it with a napkin that I got at TJ Maxx. All right, we're just going to cover this globe up, and we're going to put some stuff on here. Carrie, wait till I share the video, guys. My parents, honest to God, had no idea. This has been in the works for months to get my daughter out here. And I don't think I'm going to be able to take the... oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take... This is a 2-ply napkin, and I'm going to take one layer off, you guys. We're just going to use one layer. It was amazing, and it was incredibly hard to keep this a secret from my parents for as long as I have. And it was a lot of work because I've shared with you guys in the past that I took over the guest room for my craft room, and we had no guest room. Hello, Debbie from MC Treasures, Sparky Chris, welcome, you guys. All right, you guys, let me know. Tell me what you guys are doing today. Thank you so much for sprinkling. Yeah, the video is just amazing. My mom screamed. It was wonderful. Okay, let me know what you guys are doing. Who's shopping? Who's cooking? Who's wrapping presents? Who's still decorating trees? What are you guys doing today? Hello, Anna, my sweet friend. I hope you're doing well. Stephanie is doing nothing. Nothing. I love that. You guys, I really had plans of doing nothing. My daughter wants to go to the store, so we have to go to the store. I actually need to go to the store because I'm going to tell you what. not only was I scrambling and only had 5 minutes to plan, I have 2 glue sticks, you guys. 2! Actually, I have 1 in the glue chamber and I have this one. That's all I have. So I'm putting a little Mod Podge on, and then we're going to put the napkin right over the top, you guys. Let's see. We're waiting for a ride to physical therapy, and Tanya is starting her wrapping. Thank you so much, Daryl, for sprinkling. I really appreciate that. Diane needs to wrap. Sue, smart girl. Online shopping. Online shopping. Tammy just finished her wrapping. That is awesome. You guys will. I have a Charlie Brown tree. We didn't even buy a tree. We pulled the tree out. I used for some craft shows. We could not find our Christmas decorations for the tree, so we have a tree topper and a tree. Tammy just finished wrapping her presents. Oh, I think I said that. All right. Just gonna put this right on top. Awesome. I'm a little jealous, you guys, because my daughter wants to go to the mall, and I don't like the mall. I do have to venture to Hobby Lobby, though, guys, to get some glue sticks. I definitely have to get glue sticks because 2 is not going to cut it. I am scheduled to go live again this evening, so whatever. It is what it is. Okay. We're going to use the heat tool because I didn't warm up my press or my iron or anything. So let's just use the heat tool to kind of set this. Okay, anybody making any fun cookies? I found a nice recipe online for some ginger doodles. I think it was called a ginger doodle. It's a cross between a snickerdoodle and a ginger cookie. Okay, so this isn't the ideal way to set your napkin, but it does work, you guys. I prefer to use my Easy Press because I think it sets it better. All right. So what kind of things are you guys wanting to see this final week and next week before we start into the new year? Are you guys still wanting like Christmas crafts, or are you guys ready to start seeing spring? What are you guys wanting to see? I have so many eyes throwing through my head, and I just don't know what direction to go with you guys. Heavy winter stuff. Okay. Kind of steer away from the Christmas, but more things that can relate to winter. All right. Winter crafts. Okay. You guys, it's really hard for me because I am in California, remember. Now, we don't keep winter stuff out all year long around here. I do know that when we went to Tennessee that I definitely saw that for you guys that live in the South. That was definitely something because it's cold there. All right. We're going to take a little sandpaper to the edges, you guys. Winter crafts. It sounds like everybody's wanting winter crafts. So I like to use a sanding block, you guys, and then wrap a piece of sandpaper around it. You'd love to see some winter/spring crafts by Sue. This is the easiest. I mean, I can get a gator. Most of you guys that know me, I don't do a lot of wood or things like this. And so I really haven't. I've wanted to get a gator, and it just, I forget. I will not lie. I forget. So there's a different ways that you can get your paper off. Sandpaper is one way, and the other way is burning. I think the sandpaper is probably the easiest because you're not taking a chance of burning something that you don't want to burn. Priscilla, I am in Riverside County. I am in Marietta. You are not that far from me. You're maybe about an hour, depending on traffic, my friend. You're in Rialto. I grew up in Orange County my entire life. And when I got married to my second husband, we moved to Riverside. All right, I'm not too worried about what this looks like at the bottom because we are going to cover it, okay? So there's our little snow globe right there, you guys. All right. Now I have this tree that I purchased on Facebook Marketplace sometime back. I think early in the year I did. It's a Christmas tree. It's printed on a dictionary page. You were born in Riverside. Wow, that's super close to me. That's, yeah, right down the road for me. So I think that this was done, you guys. I really think that this is something that anybody can do. My guess, because I didn't make this, my guess is that this is just a dictionary page that somebody printed out on an inkjet printer. Okay, so I think this is something that you can easily do. You can get a book page, a dictionary page. You can do the little method that Stephanie over at the Vintage Pebble does with the fabric and use some adhesive on a sheet of paper and then just push it right through your printer. So I think I'm going to just kind of tear the edges a little bit so that it fits inside of our snow globe, okay? And I wish I had a little water pin, but I don't. So we're just going to kind of just tear it. Try to stay away from the tree. You guys, my grandbaby is the cutest ever. He's such a good baby. He is so quiet. And I'm so proud of what my daughter has done in raising him so far. I'm trying to keep the page number at the bottom. I don't know why it interests me. We'll see how this comes out. I'm sorry, I can't engage while I'm doing this, you guys, because I don't want to tear my tree. Like I just a tiny bit did. All right. Oh, this is going to be so cute, you guys. Look how cute that's going to be. I don't really like this little corner though. All right. Does anybody else have a first Christmas with a grandbaby? Anyone else? All right, look at that. Okay, you guys. That's going to be so cute. Think of all the things that you can put on a piece of a dictionary page or a book page. So many things, you guys. It can be other things other than Christmas. And how inexpensive would that be? All right, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to put a little Mod Podge on this. Okay. Making sure I get all of the sides. I'm going to go ahead and turn the easy press on. And we'll get it in a minute, but let me get this plugged in, you guys. I apologize that I'm a little bit of a hot mess today. Not prepared at all. Okay. Now I'm thinking that, what do you use? Fabric, what fabric do I use? As I'm thinking of that. Okay. So you can put fabric on your printer. Miss Stephanie has some great things on her page at the Vintage Pebble, as does Tracy over at My Sweet Home Living. They have shown you some really good ways to print the fabric. But if you can use drop cloth, you can use muslin, you can use just about any fabric You want to use a spray adhesive. I think my spray adhesive is upstairs. So this one is a permanent bond, so this wouldn't be good. You want to spray your paper, just your regular standard sheet of paper that you would put through your copy machine. Spray it with an adhesive, and then you just put your fabric right on top. Now you want to make sure you cut the edges and not tear it, because the little strings will get stuck in your copy machine. Stephanie at the Vintage Pebble shows you how to do that way. Tracy at My Sweet Home Living, I believe, shows you a way to use the freezer paper. Both ways are fabulous. The freezer paper has the waxy side that will temporarily adhere to the fabric that'll allow you to put it through the copy machine, or the printer, I apologize. So that's a good way to do that. All right. Woo, I have a big mess, you guys. Now, normally I would use a piece of parchment paper to put between the two pieces, but I don't have any parchment paper here where I can see it, and I'm not going to go on a hunt. So I'm just going to use a piece of cardstock, and we're just going to use that to heat set this. Thanks, Brenda. Thanks. Nothing like a last minute craft trying to figure something out. And literally, I'm not even exaggerating, 5 minutes. I was like, oh my word, what do I do? Yes, so there's many different things. There's several people out there that have done some printing on the fabric, and it looks so cute. I actually did some angel wings on some fabric, and it looks great. What I like to do when I print on the fabric, you guys, is spray it with a matte sealer. That's just my personal preference. That way the ink doesn't smear at all. Okay, there we go. We have that set. And there we go, you guys. That's what we have so far, okay? Now let's use a little bit of wax. This is some dark sealing wax. Sarah over at Bootsy and Buttons turned me onto this wax, and we're going to use this to kind of age up the edges a little bit. And here it is right here. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. So I'm just going to, I hope you guys can see that. We're just going to rub it on with my finger. Let's see if you guys can see right here. Put some right here. And then we'll just kind of smear it, I guess you can say. Buff it in, rub it in a little bit so that it's not so stark white. And I like that, you know, vintage, grungy look, you guys. If you don't like that look, that's okay. You don't have to do this. You can leave it the white. You can leave it that more traditional farmhouse look. Either way is fine. You do what you like and what suits your taste. So I like to just come and inspire you guys to do certain projects, and I might make it the way I like it, but just know you can always tweak it to go the way you like it. All right, now I think what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put a little bit on the dictionary page. So let me show you what we have going on so far, and you can see the difference there. So you can see right here where I have it, and then on this side where there isn't any. Thank you so much, Trina. 5 minutes. And I'm 100% not exaggerating. Literally 5 minutes. You guys, I had no makeup on. My hair was not done. I had blown my hair dry. It was hair wash day, and my hair was blown dry, but it was very frizzy. I hadn't done anything with it because I got up to fix breakfast for my daughter and her husband, and it's not something I normally do. I usually just get up and have coffee, and that's about it. I'm not having to socialize and entertain, you know, house guests. And of course, you know, playing with the baby. All right. You guys, this is going to be super cute. Very simple. Something that you can do, just repurpose a piece from Dollar Tree. Take something that is just so blah, maybe, and, you know, nothing spectacular, and turn it into something wonderful. All right. All right, welcome to anybody that is new. I appreciate you guys coming and being here. Normally, I like to do a lot of things that involve fabric and stuffing and making kind of plush-like type things. Occasionally, this is stuff I will do, but not that often. I like to do the fabric type stuff. All right. I think it looks great, you guys. I think I'm just going to kind of get the rest of this part that's kind of white and kind of make it more worn. Make that page look really old, like it's been around for a really long time. Okay. All right, you guys, look. I think it might need a little bit more up in this area. Make it look a little bit darker. What's the tool called that I'm using to rub the edges? You guys, it is, it's actually an ink blending brush, okay? I got these at Hobby Lobby. You guys can get these online. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. Anybody that has stamps is going to carry that. And of course, if you don't want to use this, you can get like the little makeup brushes from Dollar Tree. That works just as well. They come about like this, you know, style, but mine does not carry this. I've looked for them and I just can't find them. So excuse me. So I just have to use this. All right. Oh, you guys, this looks really, really good. Maybe a little more on this green part. All right, you guys. There we go. Now I think what we're going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the sandpaper and just kind of rough the edges up a little bit. Now that we've got that on, not too much, but just a little bit. Again, this will help it make it look a little bit aged versus brand new. Okay, we'll get that part off. All right, now let's just make, I have some stuff that we're going to put on here, and hopefully I don't run out of glue since I only have the 2 glue sticks, you guys. I have some greenery that I got at Hobby Lobby. And we're just going to attach it here. Oh, and this is that really, really thick wire. There we go. Ugh. So thick, you guys. There we go. All right, the last time I tried to mess with some of these, I think these were the ones that really gave me a hard time and did not want to stick very well. So we're going to go ahead and use some clamps, I think, to try to hold them on. Let's see if my clamp is big enough. Oh, there's another big one. My clamp is not all that big. I'm thinking I might trim this down a little more. Whew, those are so thick, you guys. All right, I'm thinking that I wanted to cut those long wires off to make it easier, because I think those long wires hinder it sticking. Oh. All right, we're just going to cover right up over the top of this ho here. And we'll put this one here. All right. Okay, those of you that actually have to work, when do you guys get work off? When do you have a vacation? How long do you have off? Those that don't know, I am a speech pathologist by trade. I work for a school district, and I'm off for 3 weeks, you guys. I am so excited. All right, let's see if I can get this to hold a little bit. I don't know that this one's gonna go because I can't get around it very well. All right, how are we doing on time? All right, we have a little cardinal with some bells that we're just gonna stick him right on the top of that, you guys. I got this at, I think this guy came from Hobby Lobby. We're just going to put a bunch of glue down here, hold him on, and then we're going to make a quick bow while this is sitting off and cooling down and adhering well. And that hot glue really melts those little pine needles really well. Thank you so much, Cynthia. You have Monday only. Oh no, that's too bad. I'm so sorry. I know, cardinals are just so sweet at this time of the year. All right, still a little wet, you guys. I've got to let it dry, but there's what we have going on. So very hard to see. All right. I think she's going to need some more glue underneath her. It is super pretty, you guys, for something so simple and easy with just a napkin and a piece of paper that has a printing on it, a little bit of greenery, and it's going to be so cute. Let's get a bow on the top. And that will really kind of finish it off, and maybe if we have enough time, we'll make a tag. But look at how sweet that is, you guys. All right, let's set her up here for a moment. Let's get the Bodabra. If you guys are not familiar with the bow making tool, it is amazing. Thank you so much, Priscilla. This little bow making tool is called the Bodabra. You can get it at any of your craft stores. Of course, you can get it online at Amazon. And it's so wonderful in helping you make a bow. All right, I just have some coffee stained and baked drop cloth. I've torn to strips, and then I have some little red fabric that is a one-sided fabric. I don't know what that is. It looks like maybe some Christmas holly or something on there. Thank you so much, Anne. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, hello, my friend Janine. Super simple, easy idea, you guys. Just get your cute little things over at Dollar Tree and make them over. All right, we're just going to make a nice and cute little messy bow. Alternating your fabric and your drop cloth. And if you guys have never done the coffee stained drop cloth before, so I soak mine in a mixture between regular coffee and instant coffee, wring it out really well, and then I bake it in the oven. Now everybody has their own temperatures that they feel comfortable with baking it at. I do mine at 350. Only the reason is because I usually have a complete oven full of fabric, and so I need it to be a bit higher. I'm going to put a little bit of Excelsior in the middle to give this some texture. How am I doing on time? Oh, we got plenty of time. All right. I will leave it kind of rumpled, and I'll leave it in the oven, and then leave it there for a bit. Then I'll turn it and rumple it again, and I just will keep a close eye on it and just keep turning it over and over again. You guys, I did do a live on that. You guys can go check that out if you'd like on my page. If you are interested and you know, are a little bit afraid and you just want to see it done, I've shown you how to do that. I've also showed you how to do the baking of the paper to make tags. All right, let's put just a tiny bit more Excelsior on the top. I'll tie this off. We'll attach it. If we have enough time, we'll make a quick bow, a tag with a stamp. So now you just pull your twine as tight as you can get it. Be careful if you have cheap twine that you don't break it. That Dollar Tree twine breaks very easily. Thank you so much, Peg. All right, you guys, so look, there's our cute little messy bow. Easy peasy. That was the easiest kind that you could make, you guys. You just cut strips in the length that you want your bow to be and just crisscross them in a pattern of an X. All right. We'll put our bow up here on the top. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Oh, we got good time, you guys. All right, like this is what we have going on so far, you guys. Look at how we took that little dungy little Dollar Tree shape and turned it into something beautiful. All right, let's give it a bow, maybe some greenery, maybe some pip berries. I got a bow, a bell. This is a bell, you guys, not a bow. All right. Simple, easy. All right, now let's see. Let me see my time, you guys. We got 8 minutes. Now I pulled, okay, so I have a piece of, this is the paper that I've already stained with coffee and baked in the oven, you guys. And you can see that dark, yummy goodness on there. I've poked a hole in it. I've put a grommet on there with the crocodile tool. And now we can kind of dress the tag up a little bit. Let's get this out of the way for a second. I have another piece of drop cloth that we can put a stamp on. And let's get some stamps here. Well, that guy's going to be too big. We will do, ooh, how about this one? Merry and Bright. This one says Merry and Bright. This came in a whole set. You guys, I got this at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure they're sold out by now, but these were like $6.99, I think. And then, no, they were $9.99. At the time, they were 40% off. We'll just use some ink, some just regular black ink, whatever you have around. Thank you, Miss Stephanie. I appreciate that. We'll just put a stamp on. There's our little tag, our little cardboard or drop cloth. Trim this down a little. Now the other thing that I've started doing, you guys, is I added a little bit of Excelsior behind that drop cloth. It gives the card, the tag, a little texture. We can put a little piece of fabric on the side or on the bottom. Either way is good. Just gives it a little bit of color. If you didn't use your printer to make a colored tag, just add some color to it. So just put a little hot glue for both of these things. And then I'll take a little bit of Excelsior here. I have some Excelsior. Thank you, Peg. Right, you would never guess that it's a Dollar Tree item, ever. There's just so many wonderful things you can do. All right, let's see. Let's get something to push this down so I don't burn my fingers. All right. Almost got my finger, you guys. I didn't get enough glue in there on that Excelsior. So Excelsior is something that you can get also at any of your craft stores, online. And it adds just a little bit of texture. You guys see, look what that does. It's a little, some hot glue on my finger. It's a little much, so I probably will cut it down a little bit because it kind of looks like a bird's nest. Just gives it a little something extra. There, now it doesn't look so much like a bird's nest, you guys. How am I doing on time? Got 5 minutes. We'll put a little piece of twine in here. We'll hang it from the top, and then we're going to add, I have some twinkle lights that I also got from, thank you so much, Cheryl and Cynthia. It does look high end. And imagine, you know, think this didn't cost me that much to make, you guys. And imagine those of you that like to make homemade gifts for people, it just that little extra touch and, you know, the thought that goes into it. And they have no idea that it really didn't cost a whole lot of money. Think of how many more gifts that you can give people. Let's see, we'll probably kind of hang this up here a little bit. I think I love homemade gifts. I'm not going to lie. All right. There is that. Now I have some little twinkle lights that we will add. I got these at Dollar Tree as well, you guys. And we'll just string this into our greenery. If I can see what I'm doing. Little knot. I'm sorry, you guys. These little boogers are tiny. There we go. That was easy. All right, we're just going to string it in here into our greenery. Now, the thing you guys can do, because you end up having this little battery pack, right? You know, like, what do I do with this? How am I doing on time? Got 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to hide your battery pack. If I can get this in here. Good enough. Before we run out of time. Let's see here. Look how sweet that is, you guys. All right. Now, let me show you how to hide your battery pack. We will use just a piece of fabric that I have sitting here. I have some coffee stained muslin that we will just glue this on the back. Now you also want to make sure you don't make it tight, you guys, because you have to get your battery pack inside. So I might have done that a little tight. There we go. So you're just going to put some glue on 3 sides. You also want to make sure you leave a little slack so that you can get your battery pack inside. But there you go. And now you have a little place to put your battery pack. Keeps it out of the way, that way it doesn't fall. And then you have just something super simple. You're so welcome, Sue. Peg, thank you so much for the stars, my friend. I appreciate that, you guys. I just barely became eligible for stars. And I'm so honored and so blessed. And I appreciate you guys all being here and helping and supporting me, especially my last minute of, oh my gosh, I forgot. But you guys, look at the simple things that you guys can do. You guys can do this with so many things. There's so many cutouts. There's other Christmas trees. There's ornaments, snowmen, everything else. So there's so many things that you guys can do. All right, what am I doing on time? We have 4 minutes, you guys. Anybody have any questions? You guys, I would love to have you follow me. If you're not already following me, click those 3 little buttons up there at the top and hit the follow. I really would love it. Thank you so much, Cynthia. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. I know you have many other things that you could be doing. Spending time with family, that might be in. Baking, cooking, wrapping presents, decorating your tree. But I really appreciate you guys all being here, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much, Peg. I'm glad that you enjoyed. I'm glad that it turned out okay, considering I had 5 minutes to prepare. So, you guys, there's so many things. I actually thought about another napkin that I had. It was the little boy. I found a napkin at TJ Maxx, I think, and it's the little boy, you know, I forget what it is. Is it in the Christmas movie where he's sticking out his tongue and licking something? And I thought that would have been super cute as well. But anyway, you guys, I think my time is just about up. I appreciate you all being here. I hope that you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. Make sure you check out my page. I have a post about my next live, and I hope that you guys will all be there to see what I have tonight. I have something completely different planned. You guys have a great day, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Bye.